It's salmon, not salmon. Let's learn how to pronounce things. Don't embarrass me at restaurants. Number 4. The real reason why you're not my man is because we were never there at the same place, mentally, physically, and it's unfortunate, but it didn't happen. Those are all the reasons why I'm not with my man.
The real reason why you aren't my man is because the only thing that's consistent about you is the fact that you're consistently inconsistent. You could call me up right now and say, baby, you know, I'm on my way to see you. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And then you don't show and you don't call. And 2 weeks can go by. And then you'll call me up and act like everything is perfectly normal. And like, I won't remember that you stood me up 2 weeks ago. The real reason why you weren't my man is because you want me to pursue you. And not only do you want me to pursue you, but you want me to court you. So that means to take you out on a date, to pay for that date, and I guess when it's all said and done at the end of the night, I'm supposed to sweat you for some booty and hope that you give it up, right? Did I mention that you're inconsistent? That's the real reason why you are not my man.
The real reason why you're not my man is because you're a liar. You lie about everything. And you're broke. You have no money. You have absolutely no income. You do nothing. You're a bum. You sit on the couch all day. That's all you do. You're just broke. And you're just a bum. And that's it.
So the real reason why you're not my man is because I'm a motivated, hardworking, independent woman that sets goals and strives to achieve them. And I need a strong, independent, hardworking man to stand beside me. I like change, I need to fly, and I need someone that's just as hardworking and driven to fly beside me. And that's the real reason why you're not my man, because when you're not changing, you're not growing with me anymore, I feel like I need to do the right thing and cut the ties, because if I don't, you're just going to resent me and hide behind me and treat it like your successes didn't happen because of me. So that's the real reason why you're not my man.
I'm going to tell you the real reason you're not my man. We've known each other for 2 years. We just began seriously dating. Everything is perfect. You took me to your beautiful condo by the beach and we spent a lovely weekend together. Then 2 days later, your wife calls. If you can hide that for 2 years, what else are you hiding? Besides, it's not your birthday, boo. You can't get your cake and eat it too. That's why you're not my man.
Thank you so much to all the ladies who sent in their videos from all across the country. You had us cracking up, and you also gave the fellas something to think about. I also have some more things for you to think about. I have an article that I wrote called Balance the Scales of Love. You can find it in my blog, but I want to share some pointers from that article with you. One of the tips is see a person for who they really are now, not their potential. Potential is not enough. I repeat, potential is not enough. 2, remember to teach people how to treat you. Learn how to create boundaries when you first get into a relationship so people know what your do's and don'ts are. 3, speak up. People need to communicate better in a relationship. You can't think people are mind readers, so make sure you communicate how you feel. 4, pay attention to your attraction power. You know, when a lot of girls get together and they start talking about men are dogs and men ain't nothing and this, that, and the other, you better believe you're going to start to attract Mr. Scooby-Doo because that's what you believe. And men, you're the same, just as bad as us. You might be talking about, you know, women can't cook, they're gold diggers. Guess what? You're going to put a big stamp on your head that says sugar daddy because that's what you believe. So you have to work on shifting your beliefs and paying attention to your attraction power. Number 5, become the person that you want to fall in love with. Nobody can complete you. You have to complete yourself. That was one of my favorite lines in the first video, Why I'm Not Your Man, that Herman Dubois said. He said to complete yourself, and that's so important. Definitely work on falling in love with yourself first. So I'm not the only expert here. We actually brought on someone else to add to what we're going to learn today. Her name is Dr. Tiffany L. Brown. She's a dear friend and also a client of mine. She's a relationship expert and she's going to share with you her tips on how you can improve your relationships. Take it away, Tiffany.
Thank you, Simone. Love and relationships are central to the human existence, so much so that we see it as a consistent theme in art, literature, music, and media. People are either looking for love, trying to hold on to the love that they've found, or wondering about the love that they've lost. Therefore, it is so important that we continue to have these candid conversations on how to maintain, develop, and nurture love relationships. In positive relationships, partners admire one another, they invest in one another, they support one another and understand one another. They are committed to making the relationship work. However, far too often, there are obstacles that stand in the way of achieving this ideal. To expand upon some of the tips that Simone already offered, I'd like to highlight some of the other areas that people need to be mindful of in dating. Number 1. Because we are inundated with these romanticized ideals of relationships through media and pop culture, many people develop unrealistic expectations that they are going to find the perfect man, the perfect woman, or the perfect relationship. However, when you are dating, you have to consistently remind yourself that in reality, people are not perfect, and even our best relationships require effort, practice, and hard work. Another common obstacle is what I like to call building walls instead of bridges. This is usually the closing off of one's heart because of open wounds from past romantic relationships or unresolved childhood issues. Remember, you need to work on leaving the past in the past in order to be open to giving and receiving love in the present. And lastly, not being honest with oneself or others as to who you are and what you truly want in a partner can lead to you settling for relationships that don't honor your worth or alluring of your standards. Typically, people withhold true intentions and desires for relationships out of fear of rejection or feelings of not being deserving of happiness in a partnership. You must be courageous in this sense and be forthright about who you truly are and be honest about what you desire. Overall, men and women want the same things. Healthy relationships can add a great deal to our overall sense of happiness and well-being. We all have a human need for intimacy and closeness. So being more in tune to the role that we play in the process and how we may at times stand in our own way is critical. If you'd like to learn more about my work on families and relationships, please visit my Facebook fan page at www.facebook.com/Dr. Tiffany L. Brown. Thank you so much for having me, and back to you, Simone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tiffany L. Brown, for sharing those amazing tips with our viewers. I have a special for our Power Players. I'm randomly selecting 3 people to have access to the Circle of Power coaching group. All you have to do is give us a call at 877-545-7352. That's 877-545-7352. But you also have to be a Power Player. And what that means is you're subscribed to our channel. And the website to subscribe is youtube.com/ownyourpowertv. Next week, we'll be talking about natural hair, and we'll be hanging out at Natural Trendsetters with the #1 hair salon in South Florida. So make sure you tune in next week, Monday at 10 o'clock. Until then, guys, anything you want is attainable. Remember that. Own your power.
Yeah. Get up out of bed, stop sleeping. See, it's your time. The world that you want in front of you.